No bound, no bound, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no bound, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundaries, no. No bound, no bound, no boundary, no bound, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundaries, no. No bound, no bound, no boundary, no bound, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundaries, no.
Well, greetings and salutations, good peoples.
What's going on?
We up in here, man.
How you doing today?
Juan Fuego.
How's everything going today?
Man, everything is wonderful, my guy. Just shaking and baking.
Good.
Shaking and baking as we speak, my man. All right,
Yes,
so ladies and gents, we're gonna get the formalities out the way. Once again, we always put together a great show for you guys, and we're gonna have one for you guys tonight. We got a special guest that's gonna be hanging out with us too, also tonight. So do me a favor, if you have not had the opportunity yet, we are live on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. All right, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook is where you can find the No Boundaries crew. Just our opinion. The IG page, you can see it. It's right down below. Right, hold on.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Right there. There you go. Yeah. All right. So make sure you guys tap in and hit us up on IG, man. Follow, like, and share. All right. Follow, like, and share. Juan Fuego, talk to me, my guy. Talk to me.
I'm here, man. I'm here, in the land of the living and happy about it.
know that's right, man. I know that's right. Um, so Juan, before we get this whole entire show started, I do have a question for you. I
Yes,
want to
sir.
tap in with a question first. Um, and then I know we have a special guest is here. So
Okay.
I would love to get our special guest in on this conversation too. If you can do the honors to introduce our special guest.
Wow. What can I say? Right. So I've known this young lady for a very long time. We've kind of been intertwined in our lives for a very long time. And I asked her to be on here for the subject that we're going to talk about today because as we go on our day to day lives, and this subject comes up, she's very passionate about her comments. So I want to introduce none other than my better half, Miss Kimberly Fagan.
Yay! What up, Kim? Kim,
Hello, Pee Wee. How are you?
I'm
Hello,
doing
Juan
fine,
Fagan.
Kim.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that introduction
All right, all
to my
right.
best bud, my friend, my lover, my agitator, all of that.
I'm here to
Boy,
please,
she got all kind of adjectives for you here, Juan Fuego.
and I'm all of it. I'm all of it, and I'm gonna be some of it tonight too.
Hello, I heard
Yeah,
that. Bang bang,
I can
huh?
tell.
Yeah, I'm gonna agitate real good tonight.
That's how we roll.
So I want to ask you guys a question before we get the show started. Juan, let everybody know what the topic is. What we're going to talk about tonight, though.
Our subject tonight is gonna be on our good friend Carly, the young lady who I guess faked her abduction and caused an uproar in the community. So yeah, we're gonna dive into that tonight and have a little discussion on it.
There it is. Um, so I want to ask before we get into this discussion. Um, Juan and Kim, you guys have been married 26 years, or should be going on 26 years, right?
No, going on this year will be
Hmm.
29.
It'll be
29.
29.
Okay, 29 years that you guys have been married. You guys have had your ups. You guys have had your downs. You guys have had stuff that's been in between. And I know that you guys have been asked this question before, but I'm going to ask it for the sake of this, for the show.
Okay.
What
Okay.
advice would you guys give? Start off first, somebody 5 years in, 10 years in, 15 years in. What advice would you give each one of those to make sure that their marriage stays healthy, vibrant, stays
Turn the
a
TV down a little bit, Kim. I'll start off while she's doing that. I think,
Okay.
and I've said this before, that I think that the biggest thing is communication, right?
That's why you wanted to go first, because you taking my answer.
Oh God, here we go. Um, we were friends before anything. We can talk about anything. And as you said, with the ups and downs and stuff, when we're not seeing eye to eye, it comes a point where it's just like, okay, enough is enough. What you want to eat. We may not even talk about it. We might not even say nothing about it. It's just, are you done now? Are you finished? So it's just a communication, man. You got to know your partner. You got to know that other person that you with. And if you don't know them, or under the impression or the thought that well, they're this way now and I'll change them it don't happen like that, right? She is who she is. I am who I am. And you know um, she's a lot more outgoing and personable than I am. And that's the yin and the yang, right? And it just works for us.
Okay, Kim.
My turn.
Yeah.
He stole my word. I would say to anybody 2 months in, 6 months in, 5, 10, 20, 29, which is where we're going to be. Communication is the key to everything. You have to be able to communicate, and sometimes it's not always verbal communication. We can read each other's body language very well and kind of know where we are. So you have to really, communication has to be at the top of that. Next, I would say I never went into my marriage wanting to change Juan. That was never a thought I'm going to change him. Now, there are things that I may feel like he could do
Watch it now.
differently,
Watch it.
better, less than, or vice versa for me. But me being the person I am a woman who prays a lot. And I believe in the power of prayer. And I do not believe that I need to berate him and you need to do, God, this is what I see. And if I'm right in what I'm thinking, then God, show him.
Mm.
And if it's not what it's supposed to be, then show me where I'm in error. So, but you should never go into a relationship wanting to change someone. That's that's not good. Like he says, we are yin and yang. I'm out there. There's a joke in our household that when we're out and about, whether it's the two of us or the four of us, they'll say, "Okay, Kim, Mom, no new friends today. No new friends today." Because I can't go and be in any space and not talk to anybody. That's just me. Juan's not like that. So we kind of balance each other out. But Pee Wee, at the end of the day, it's all about communication and also respect.
I hear you there. I think that
So
so. What I'm taking from you guys, the best advice that you can give someone, because I know everybody says like the 7-year itch comes around, and you guys really start, some, not all, but start butting heads with one another. Um, is communication. Don't try to change. Be respectful. Did I miss anything?
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. If you have
no,
the
and
communication and you
they
have the respect
your
there,
mate needs to your
go ahead.
mate also needs to know that you have their back, that you support them. I think that's very important. At the end of the day, I know that no matter what's going on in my life, no matter what it is, come hell or high water, I know Juan has my front, my back, and both my sides,
How
and
was
I'm
that
good with
something?
that. And I do.
Was that something, Kim, that over a period of time that happened? Like the trust that you knew that he had your front, back, and side. Was that over the period of time, or was that from day one? You knew that Juan was gonna have your front, back, and side.
Honestly, from day one,
Mm.
Juan
Well,
is
you guys are a little
upfront
different, is
about
because you
how
guys
he
have known each
feels.
other for years.
We've known each other forever. Let's just put it out there. We've known each other forever, but just because you know someone forever doesn't mean you know all that you need to know. Because some people, they hide their feelings, they hide things, but I just knew from day one, um, that when it came to having a mate and having a husband, that Juan had my back 100%. I've never not felt that way. I've never not felt that way. So Juan is he pretty much lets you know how he feels. Anybody that's in his space, they kind of know whether if he feels them or not. Juan is just a straight shooter. I might go down the corner, around the corner, come back around. Juan is just a straight shooter. And I've always felt the support from him. Now, sometimes he can be a little harsh with how he supports. I'll say that. Sometimes, like, can you say it a little nicer? But at the end of the day, I know that if I can count on one person in this world right now, then he's the one that I will count on.
Do you guys in marriage feel that there's a gender role in marriage, or should there
I
be a
do.
gender role?
I'm old school.
So, what
Mm,
would you say like your gender role is, Kim?
I
And
think something as simple as, well, I guess it depends. Like, for the most part, the only time I take out the trash, honestly, is when Juan has to travel and he's out of town on business. So I have no choice but to take out the trash if that's like a male female thing. Other than that, when Juan's home, I don't deal with trash, right? But then again, people see taking care of laundry as a woman thing. Juan put on a load of laundry just as quick as I will. So I just think it just also depends on. I just think at the end of the day, it depends on your relationship. It just depends.
so I'm gonna tell you the reason why I asked this question.
Mhm.
If your man woke you up at 2 a.m., he said, baby, can you cook me a meal? Would you cook your man a meal if he woke you up at 2 a.m.?
No. Just being honest.
What about you, Kiki?
It all depends on how I'm feeling.
All right, it depends.
Oh, you another depends.
It depends on the situation.
Here's another question. If an intruder broke inside the house, would you or would you not expect your man to go downstairs and handle that break at the door? Natasha.
Absolutely.
Allie.
Yes.
Kiki.
All I'm saying is if you don't, it's over after that.
Yeah, I would expect that.
What I've heard was that a woman's wifey duty is based off her feelings, right? It depends on how I feel. But the man's duty of protecting you, it's mandatory. How is it a fair deal?
These are so different. Like,
Yeah,
the one is like,
they're
not even
not.
the same. The one
They're
is like
not.
you're both about to die, maybe.
Right, and if you don't
And the
do
other
it, you're
one
gonna
is you
die
might
too.
not eat.
So it's not about the situation. It's about what the man is attracted to, and it's about what the woman is attracted to. The man is attracted to femininity, submissiveness. The woman is attracted to masculinity, protecting and providing. So if you're not giving what we are naturally attracted to, it's not a fair deal if we have to always give you what you're naturally attracted to. That's going to protect you. Make sense?
Thoughts, my married people.
I didn't hear any of it. It was breaking up on my end.
Mm.
So if somebody can kind of paraphrase what was going on.
Basically, he was asking them if the man came at 2 o'clock in the morning and said, "Hey, can you make me something to eat? I'm hungry," or whatever. Would you get up and make them something to eat? All of them said no, or it depends on the situation. It was like conditional, right? And then he asked them if intruder came in the house, would you expect your man to go handle the intruder or protect you? And it was a resounding yes. So his question was, so what it sounds like is it was your answer is based on feelings, but for the man, it's a most definite, right? So how is that a fair deal? If someone breaks in our house, and you don't try and protect the house, we got a problem. But why you start with that though? Why did you start with that?
Because I am who I am, and you should have known that's where I was going to start. 2 o'clock in the morning, you want something to eat? What? If you really was hungry and really like him, I'd be mad as hell. But I might would do it. Just depending on the situation. But like thinking about it first off, hell no.
Yeah.
You better wait until I get up at 6 o'clock and you know I'm gonna make you some breakfast before I go to work. You can wait a few hours.
I guess I can wait a few hours to get up and check downstairs then, huh?
The tough world we live in, Pee Wee. It's a tough world.
Ooh, I guess let me go use the restroom and walk around around the bedroom a little while.
Oh God.
Yeah, so it's a tough world we live in, bro.
Yeah.
If we don't go down there, we a punk. You ain't doing. You gonna just let somebody come in here? But yeah, but I was starving just 20 minutes ago when I wanted a sandwich, and you wouldn't do that for me though. But I was asleep. I'm tired. Okay, I'm sleeping tired too. We just both gonna be dead up in here then.
Oh Lord. Rest in peace.
I just asked the question as far as gender role is because I know that generations it changes. Some says absolutely 100% there is a gender role in their relationship and what the guy is supposed to do and what the female is supposed to do. Some, and again, and I asked this question because you guys have been married for almost 29 years. Is that something that you guys have in your home as this is what Juan is supposed to take care of, this is what Kim is supposed to take care of? Or is it this is not a gender role, it is two people in this together, whatever I need to take care of and I don't see you taking care of, I'll pick up the slack and do it, and vice versa.
Pretty much.
I think it's more. I think it's more of a collaborative.
And I slack a lot.
It's more of a collaborative situation here, right? Like I said, if I ask her to do something, it kind of depends on the tone that I use when I'm asking for it. I don't really ask for much, right? I'm really self-sufficient, and I work remotely. I work from home, so I'm here a lot, right? So I take care of some of the stuff that probably typically, is looked at or seen as a woman's role or that gender role or whatever. But I have no issue or problem doing it. I was raised and taught how to do things. I love to cook. I love to try new things. So a lot of times I'm the one that's preparing the meal because I want to try this or I want to try that. I'll tell her or I'll say, hey, I want X, Y, Z, and she'll fix it. She might gripe a little bit depending on the day, but so it's just it's collaborative. It's collaborative.
And the reason why I asked this to you guys is because
it's what I do.
I know that there's a lot of folks, newly married, been married a little while, but they may not have the years that you guys have, and to at least give them some advice that that may help them because as we all know, your marriages, relationships, they all have their ups and downs.
Right.
They may be going through ups, they may be going through downs, but the advice that you are giving them may either help them along the way. So that's the reason why I'm asking.
I think
but another thing, I don't have a problem letting Juan be the head of the household. I don't have to, in this day and age, women, they fight to be on the same level as men. And I don't fight for position in my home, in my relationship. I'm secure in who I am in Kim. And I'm secure in letting Juan be the leader in our home, inside and outside. And I don't feel like that makes me less than. But that's how I was raised. That's what I saw in my home.
I got you.
So I don't have a problem where, I don't have that problem. I don't have to prove anything to him. I don't have to prove anything to anyone in the outside world. I'm secure in who I am. And I'm happy with him being the man in our relationship, being the head of our household. And I have no problems with showing it inside my home or outside.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I really don't. I honest to God, I really don't.
I think that a lot of folks should. Thank you, Munchkin. I think a lot of folks, and I think again, a lot of folks in relationships, marriages, do what's best for you.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
That works
know,
for us.
right. And people can give you advice. And maybe some of the advice, none of the advice, a little bit of the advice may help you,
Yep.
Yeah.
you know.
Well, again, I think it goes back to what I said, right? Knowing who you're with and understanding their quirks, their little innuendos, right? I mean, what may work for me and what would make me happy might not be the same for you. You know what I mean? So whomever you're with or whomever your significant other, it may be something else that triggers you and make you, be happy.
Right, right.
And you got to figure that out and know what it is. And regardless to what anybody else tells you, whatever any advice anybody gives you, because you can take that same advice and go and do what they say, and it might wreck everything.
Right, right.
It's true.
That's why I'm saying, like, you soak it in.
Right.
Whatever advice you get, you soak it in. And then you decipher what you want to take from it or not take nothing at all from it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, well, let's get into the show because I know Juan Fuego and Kim Fuego has been gnawing at the bone to get into this conversation. So we're going to start it off like this.
Okay.
But this was a single act done by herself. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone during the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed. There was no.
All right, so hold on one second. We got one more clip for y'all.
We tried to hug her as best we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state. So we had to stand back and let medical professionals work with her. But Carlee has given detectives her statement so that they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments when she physically had to fight for her life, and there were moments when she had to mentally fight for her life.
Let me say up front, this investigation is not over. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to her disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. The term, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert was searched. The day of her disappearance, the term, how to take money from a register without being caught was searched. A search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. As we've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators, and we have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public safety related to this particular case.
I'll let you go first.
Me?
Yeah.
Pee-wee, I was so mentally and emotionally invested in this whole situation because one, I'm an empathetic person. I'm an emotional being, and I put myself in that situation. If I saw a baby on the side of the road, that's probably something I would probably would pull over or inquire. Then I thought about my daughter, who is maybe a year or so older than Carly, who lives in another state outside from where me and Juan live. And I think about her constantly, in situations, just being single and a Black female. So I was so fully invested. Like, I posted on Facebook, like, we have to find her, this, that, and the other. And then when all this came out, my husband says that I'm the cussingest church woman that he knows. And yeah, like, what the hell? Like, are you effing kidding me? Like, damn, you're gonna send us back another 20 years.
Hold on, Kim. Kim. So what you telling me is, Kim, you posted this all on Facebook, huh?
Pee-wee, I was on Twitter, I was on Instagram, I was on Facebook. Like, we have to find her. Like, let's speak up. We gotta look for our own. I was so invested. I talked about it at work. That's all we talked about. And this is some bullshit. This is a hoax. Because I pictured my child. Like, if something happened to Jalen, I want all avenue. I want everybody searching for my child. And the potential reason as to why all this happened, are you kidding me? Like, I'm so hot. Like, they already don't look for us. They really not looking now. It's like, no. I'm hot. I'm pissed. Yeah.
I mean, that's a very interesting thing that you said, though, is the fact that they don't already look for us.
They don't.
Well, I feel like there was something in this case that they felt like, oh no, we're going to do this one. Oh, we're going to look for her.
You could believe that. Like, if you put a child or a baby in a situation, you automatically, pretty much as a woman, you go into protect mode. That's almost an automatic thing. Like, I can be in a store and a mother, and it's been quite a few times, a mother's looking away. She's getting an item off of the shelf, and her toddler is like standing on the, the top part of the basket, like, and that's my first instinct is to reach out. So I think that really drew people in. Well, I know it drew me in, but I think it drew a lot of people in. Like this could be a real thing. But then you take your wig off, you take your Apple Watch off, you leave your phone, you fake scream, and then your happy ass just walks to your parents' door 2 days later. Yeah.
So what was the conversation at the office after everybody realized you went in, you would support, you was the whole nine, and
hook,
then
line,
you
and
had,
sinker.
that's the worst. Like you was in here rah, and then come to find out, like, so
I was like heavily praying for Carly. Her parents, I was bothered spiritually. It really did something to me, because like I said, I think about my daughter a lot. I think about her a lot. And anything can happen to anybody at any time in this crazy world in which we live in. That's just how the world is now. So to think that can happen, and then I think what really got me is when, like, the FBI and other law enforcement agencies, they really went all in for her. Then you have her family, her church family, her sorority. They're all doing their own separate searches now. So you got about 5 to 7 searches and your ass is over somewhere in the woods. And then now in this day and age, when some of these young people and older people too, when they get caught up, mental health, depression. I came up in a household. When you leave out this house, you better not embarrass me. I come from that generation. And my kids come from that because that's what we tell them. When you leave this house, you're not just representing Jalen and Kajan. You represent all four of us. My parents don't embarrass me. There probably is some mental illness there, but yeah, Pee-wee, I'm hot. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I'm still on. You was on Facebook. You was on Twitter.
You would have thought she was my relative. I was just every little thing. I'm just scrolling. I'm just looking. Okay, maybe did they see? Oh, they got the drones now. Oh, they said all in. And I just think it got to be too hot for her. I think somehow she knew people were really, really looking, and what else was she gonna do? I gotta go home.
Go back to your comfort space.
I feel for her parents. Because I think deep down they know that there are some issues probably there, but then you still hold our hope that your child was telling the truth. So they kind of stuck in the middle and they getting drugged too.
Juan Fuego?
So I'm assuming the second clip that you played happened before.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because if I'm wrong, tell me. So when she came back home, she didn't have on no clothes. She was naked, right?
No, her shirt was torn. She had on some shorts.
Okay.
And she had like a bruise on her lip, like a little bruise on her lip, they said.
But she also had money stuck in her socks and said
$107, Juan Fagan.
But wait a minute, and said that the kidnappers gave it to her.
And they fed her in the back of an 18-wheeler.
Okay, so with my investigative mind, as a parent, something wrong with this shit right now. Who gonna give you money? First of all, how did you get away? You need to explain to me talk to me about what happened.
Yeah, because how did you mentally fight? That's another thing that kind of got me. She had to physically fight, and she had to mentally fight. So to me, at that point, I think the parents were kind of trying to make cover, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, it was all kind of fishy to me, right? And if they're gonna physically do, she'd have more than a busted lip, there would be some more. It would just be more. It just wasn't. It wasn't enough, right? It wasn't enough for me to make sense of it. I wouldn't have been on TV like that. Well, that was before, so yeah, I probably would have been on TV, but they wouldn't have liked my they wouldn't have liked my statement. You know what I mean? So yeah. It's crazy, right? And all over a dude, right?
Supposedly, she found out he was messing with a stripper on the side.
So now she's going to go to jail for all of this.
Plus pay a fine. And she's lucky that they're only it depends on her career. They're only misdemeanors and not felonies.
Yeah,
they charged her with 2 misdemeanors. They didn't charge her with felonies.
But something definitely has to be wrong to even conjure up this scenario, right there.
But there's low self-esteem and insecurity.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like it just don't make sense. It don't. But here's my question to you guys. She has apologized or whatever, but does she really owe an apology to anybody? Besides the people that were the police forces and all this, that maybe her parents or whatever, but like to the public, does she owe the public an apology? And the reason I ask that is this, huh?
I don't want it.
But here's the reason why I ask, right? When it all came up and when it happened, I told you. When it all happened, right? Everybody went to posting and praying for, oh, we need to pray for her,
Yes.
Were your prayers answered?
They was always gonna be answered because she wasn't lost. But
was your prayers? Your prayers were.
Yes, my prayers were answered
safely,
and I still gave her the benefit of the doubt until their press conference.
But your prayers were answered.
They were.
She came
technically, no, she doesn't owe anybody anything. And how many of our white counterparts have done some crazy stuff like this, and it's not a big to do. So
well, I will say this.
Go ahead.
Because they just had one, and I don't remember her name, but they just had one. She's in jail now too, because she faked it too. White girl, she's in jail now too.
Well, didn't they? I'm trying to remember. Did they acquit old girl who drowned her kids or whatever in Florida?
Mm-mm.
They put her in jail?
I don't know.
From way back when?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still in jail. The one who said that the black man took the kid, yeah, she's still in jail. I know she was I think she was up for parole, but I don't know. Okay. I don't think she was paroled though.
Okay.
I to answer your question, Juan, I say yes, you owe an apology. You do owe an apology. And the reason why you owe an apology is because folks just like him went on Facebook, posted, and they was all in to find you. And the fact that you deceived people. Now, mental illness, us as black people need to start using that too. Mental illness.
We're using it.
But if there is mental illness, hey, if you have your mom, your dad, your lawyer, just like the gentleman in the first clip read off, you could have somebody do the same exact thing. You don't have to fully do it yourself. Somebody could have came out and read your statement for you while you get help. But I do think that you do owe an apologies because you did deceive your church, your family, mom, your dad, family, friends,
co-workers, everybody.
You deceived a lot of people while you was out hanging out in the wilderness somewhere.
Right. And now the company, the spa that she worked for, they've had to turn off all of their social media because of all of the backlash, because that's where she worked. They're losing business left and right because of her.
Yeah. But the problem is
a domino effect.
Yeah, that shouldn't affect the business. And I think that's where.
But that's social media.
That's the sad piece about this world.
It is.
That's just like
cancel culture.
Yeah, like I do something bad and it affects you guys. Like you guys didn't have nothing to do with it. Just because we related or whatever, then it affects you. Like that's makes no sense to me. Like wherever she worked at, it didn't happen at her job. She didn't involve her job.
She just took their money for the register. Oh. That's the $107. That's where she got it from.
So she stole the money first, and then
went and got something to eat. Went to Target. Then called her brother's girlfriend. I said, I think I see a kid on the side of the road, and then she went for it.
So the woman in Florida, she was found not guilty by reason of insanity.
Which lady?
Andrea
One who
Yates.
drowned her kids.
Yeah, Andrea Yates.
So she didn't go to jail.
I think initially they were. I think they had a second ruling or something. I'm trying to find out now. Yeah, she got off for reason of insanity. Now they're reconsidering it, or they were reconsidering. I don't know how long ago that was, but yeah, I thought she had got off. I remember she had got off.
I didn't think she had gotten off. I mean,
But
it's
you know,
just, it's a
the laws in each state is different.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's the tricky piece to a lot of the stuff that happens is because, you know, yes, we are in California and we know majority of the laws that are here, just like Florida. I mean, Florida now is a carry state.
Yeah.
I mean, we can never think about carrying around this way.
Right.
It's too much of the wild, wild west over here.
oh,
Right.
But you can, as long as you know your law in carrying, how
Right.
to defend yourself, man, you can get off scot-free.
You're right.
well, she didn't know.
I mean, all that.
She did.
all that researching she did, she should have researched that too.
But I'm waiting for the rest of the searches because they're saying out of respect for her right now, they're not disclosing other things that she searched. And I wonder what that is. Because they said there are other things that she searched along with what they disclosed. And they said out of respect for her right now, they're not going to tell it.
Well, I mean, at this point, if I'm not mistaken, she did get charged, right? So she
Yeah.
is
With two
she
charges.
Is behind she is behind bars. Did she get out on bail or is she still behind?
She got out on
Bond.
I think a bond.
Oh, okay. Well, her
But
parents
you know
better
what?
make sure that she show up. She can't do this
And
again.
I think about her mom. If you go back and you kind of look at that clip with that mom, I think once her daughter would not allow her to touch her and embrace her, I think something probably triggered for that mom, like, oh boy. What child of you in distress that you get to your mama's door that you don't want to collapse in your mother's arms?
Well, I mean, you know, sometimes you got to play the part all the way through. And whatever she researched,
See, you make your mad all over, Pee-wee.
you got to play the part, Kim. You can't
You're
just play
right.
the part halfway and
I
then
guess
get
she
to
was
mom's
all
door
in.
and then be like, all right, you know, you all the way through.
Look.
Go to the hospital, get the rape kit. The
Mom,
whole
I gotta
shebang.
tell
You
you.
gotta go.
Please stop that. And I hope she gets the help that she needs, but I'm still hot.
Yeah, that's crazy though. It's
I mean, she thought enough to leave her wig on the side of the road, to leave her Apple Watch, to leave her phone, to fake scream. I mean, she thought it out. But I don't think she really counted on so many people. I don't think she really counted on the collection of people that really went all in looking for her. I think that's what kind of probably got to her.
But I wonder how she knew that though.
Knew what?
That all
I
these
don't
people
think she was hiding too far.
Yeah, and like where was she?
She said she ended up in the woods. She was in an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, but really though, so it ain't came out or nothing of where she really was.
Because I wonder, like, if it's gonna come out, maybe she had an accomplice, maybe somebody that knew.
And so my other question is this: they don't put out Amber Alerts for adults, do they?
Not that I know of. Ain't that for babies?
So what's she searching for Amber Alerts for?
And if it's free.
Are they gonna make me pay if I put an Amber? So she thinking down the line, okay, when I get away with it, or if they catch me in this, how much am I really gonna have to pay?
And she's looking at bus routes.
Yeah.
So
Continue to pray.
yeah, but Pee Wee, I was all in, like honestly, all in.
And
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say
Like,
this
I even
right
said
there.
my daughter, like when I first saw the first article on Twitter, I copied it and I said, look at this, like, oh my God, like Jalen, stay safe, do this. Cause I'm constantly the two things we've always told our children when they leave in the house. Watch your surroundings and keep your head on a swivel. They already know. The two things you can ask today. What your mom and daddy tell you? Watch our surroundings, keep your head on a swivel. And I to Jalen, be careful. Look at this. This lady was trying to help protect her. I'm telling you, people, you would have thought that was Jalen out there looking for that kid.
Shout out to D Jones.
I couldn't sleep one night. I was just like, oh.
But
yeah.
Here's my thing. Okay, we see these type of posts a lot on social media, and we understand like this world is really crazy right now. It's a lot of going on. It's a lot going on. There's it's a big network of human trafficking that's going on.
It's horrible.
So I get it and I understand. But it is one of those things that it's like, now I say this out of respect, Kim, okay?
Okay, no problem.
By you reposting it on Facebook, Twitter, what was that actually gonna do?
Not a damn thing. Just letting the world know how I felt inwardly. That was it.
Oh my God.
But I just really felt for her. I put myself in her mother's position. If my child was missing, somebody told me that Jalen, her brother, was missing, I would be losing my mind. And that's where I went. Because I honestly felt like it was a plausible story. Like it's something that could happen. I just felt like, yeah.
No, I agree with you too, right? I think that when it first came out, everybody was kind of like, oh my God, right? Like this is something. Then when it come out that it's a hoax, and you're like, we need to find her and whoop her ass.
Right. Like you embarrassed your entire family. Then my mind went back to that. Don't embarrass me.
D. Jones said, "What up, y'all? Kim Distress is hilarious." But I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, especially having kids, right? Or you're close to your loved ones. You know, and you see a story like this, and yeah, absolutely.
And you want emotions? Call. You want emotions? Everybody know. You want emotions? Call Kim Fagan. I'm a walking emotional billboard, and she just took me all the way there and dropped me off.
But I find it hilarious that you was on Facebook, Twitter.
Yes, Pee-wee. Go look at my Twitter line and Facebook. Yes.
You need to delete that, Kim. Take that stuff down. Act like you never even posted that stuff. Take that stuff down.
I said, let's pray. Oh God! And then when the press conference came out, I went right back to Facebook. She lied. I was like,
right.
I did.
And the fact that you guys are in the office talking about this. Now I feel even bad because
I work at the court, so we always think.
Yeah, y'all see all kind of and hear all kind of things.
All kind.
Yeah, man, that was funny, and it was even more funny to like be here with her, to like especially when it first happened. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
And she's a little bit younger than Jalen, and I'm like, are you serious?
He was just smoking his cigar, watching his murder shows. He's like, okay. And I'm like, really? Like nothing? He's like, okay.
Juan over here
like,
watching the first 48 while you talking
Bro.
about this girl.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
Because I need to know what I need to be looking for if something happened like that. Yeah, because
So my
like I said,
son, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say because if I'm having a press conference, I'm telling you, hey man, listen, y'all better bring her back, or the police better find you before I do, because you're gonna have major problems.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Kim. I'm waiting to hear what other stuff they're gonna come up with, because again, the information that we get is so delayed. It is so delayed compared to what the police is going through, the investigators, what they're telling moms, dad, and stuff like that. And by the time it gets to the news, it is, maybe 10 hours, 24 hours late. It's never right then and there. But yeah, they do withhold a lot of information, and withholding the information, this is the situation that, kind of in now, because like you said, Kim,
Right. And what's
she just
sad,
embarrassed her family.
also, her parents' lives will never be the same. They have to walk around with that as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what are you all? You all didn't see no signs. I mean, all kind of things will start to fester, but I really feel for her parents. So she's walking the walk of shame, and so are they. They didn't ask for that.
No, not at all. Not at all. And you hate to see this,
I really do.
Go through this, and then now she's about to go to jail or spend some time in jail, because whatever decision that they make,
Or pay a big hefty fine.
she's gonna do.
Unless they give her probation and pay a hefty fine.
Yeah. So.
You think she gonna go to jail?
No, I don't think she is. I think they're gonna, this is her first offense. But that fine.
And there go her nursing career. She's never going to be able to be a nurse. That's over. You did all those years of schooling.
Yep.
All of that. That's over. Because the background check, beep, 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 beep.
Right.
Over.
She got to change her name, start using her middle name.
Something. But it's over. The life that she could have had, she came from a well-balanced family. I hear her parents, well-to-do professionals in their careers. Here you got your degree in nursing. You in the AKA, and the whole sorority, the whole Divine Nine was like, we gotta find her. We got all of that, and her low self-esteem and insecurity took her down this rabbit hole. Sorry.
Oh, you said rabbit. Them dogs went. Them dogs went crazy. She'll get some time and a fine. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
For some reason, I feel like it's her first offense, and if she does, she gets probation. But that fine, they're gonna hit her with that fine.
That fine's gonna be big.
Yeah, I think they're gonna really hit her with that fine, because you had way too many agencies devoting
FBI.
a lot of time, and resources to trying to find you.
Drones. I mean, they had outside agencies from other counties, from other states. I mean, they really went in on this search. Honestly, all kidding aside, they went all in for her.
And she was out there in the wilderness making s'mores.
I cannot.
Out there camping.
Something.
Oh my God.
God bless her.
And then now that I think about it, right, when you say possibly it's going to come out that she had an accomplice, because I don't see nobody, no woman, right, out in the woods, dog, for 2-3 days, just chilling.
That's facts too. You had to really plan that out for that, right?
Right. Like, because so what did you eat for them 2-3 days?
Well, I mean, she had that $107. I mean, she might
But
have
she
stopped, got
said
some
that the people
McDonald's.
fed her. But she said the people fed her. A nice lady fed her while she was blindfolded. They fed her. That's what she said.
They usually try to make an example out of us. That's why I
Yeah.
say fine and time.
Probably.
Yeah, and
But
but again, it depends on. I go back to the states. The states
that's
are different.
Alabama.
Yeah, and she's in Alabama. You said.
Yeah.
So I might have to agree with D Jones. They may try to make an example out of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Alabama.
She wasted our time going out here looking for her.
Yeah.
I just pray whatever it is deep, that whether she goes to jail, does not go to jail, pay a fine, whatever it is, that there's something not quite right, and hopefully she can get the help that she needs. But I also pray for her parents because they didn't deserve the shame that they're getting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can imagine all the whispers in the offices they getting when they walk in now, and people.
So I think he's a VP of a bank.
Whispering and talking behind their back and all of that stuff, just giving them the side eyes. Oh, that's them right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They know how she was, and they did not know all the signs. Sometimes, I mean, our children have a way. Sometimes we don't always know everything that's tapped into our children, but that's not to say that there are things here and there we just don't know. We got to think about when we were that age. There are some things that we got into or that we thought we did. Our parents had no clue.
Right.
Oh, that's facts. That is absolute facts.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gents, if you want to chime in on this conversation, the chat is wide open for you to tap in and be part of the convo. Or you can hit us up on IG, Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube and give us your comments. Let us know your thoughts and tap in. Please make sure that you follow us, you share, you like. And we'll be back next Monday. Kim Fuego, thank you so much for being a guest on the show.
Well, I
Any
appreciate
last
you all
words, Juan
inviting me.
Fuego?
I hope I didn't do too bad of a job that I won't get invited to come back.
Oh, absolutely. You have an open door policy. Whenever Juan will let you come back.
Right.
Yeah, because you know,
He knows what subjects I should be a part of. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I got to put my foot down sometimes and not allow her to come on here.
Here we go. I can't wait till this thing exits.
No, I don't got nothing else, Pee Wee. Thank you guys for joining in. Please subscribe and to any one of the channels that we're on and come back and join us. We love having you. Thank you so much for supporting us to this point.
All right, we out. Peace.
Peace.